Hi, remember that unboxing video from yesterday? Well, things are finally unboxed and I thought I'd give you a little bit of an update. Obviously it was a good idea not to make y'all sit through the entire contents of both boxes. So let's take a little look here. You see all that? There were so many things in these boxes. There's just, oh wow, this is children and adults petticoats. And this box is sheets. They're not as exciting as that beautiful hand hem sheet. They're also old and they will make really nice chemises and panelets for the Isanas, but they're not as amazing as having a provenance and all that hand stitching. So over here I've got, let's see, I've made a pile of the flannels, both the wool and the cotton flannels. So let's just take a little look at this. Look at the embroidery work on this wool flannel petticoat. Isn't that beautiful? And this one has a sweet edging on the bottom on a little cotton flannel. I love the little scalloped edges. Here's some more embroidery. Just beautiful. Most of these things are infant clothing and they make just really spectacular doll clothes. This stack that's about to topple over, this huge stack, is all cotton petticoats. And they're in a variety of sizes. And some will fit the Isanas and some are going to be too small, but I'm going to have a lot of really great petticoats in stock. So here's a bunch of other things. Some of these are just going to be items that I'm going to have to take apart and use the fabric, and there's like a lot of worn spots, and they're not going to be repairable, but some of these have very nice long skirts, and so the bottoms of them could become petticoats, and even though the tops are really badly damaged. Obviously you can tell I'm going to have to do a lot of laundry, so I'm going to be getting out that Orvis and sodium perborate and going to work. But just beautiful pieces of things. This is all little chemises that might work with some alteration. And over here we have an entire stack of panelettes, just all kinds, just really crazy. I did even come up with, I don't know if you can see these. This is a pair of women's panelettes. It's probably going to make everybody nauseous when I try to put this down here so you can see these. I don't think I'm going to be wearing them anytime soon, but they are in really good condition if I felt that I just absolutely had to. I doubt that's going to come up though. A few of my other favorite pieces are over here. I found one really amazing find. Now, all these things came from a single collection, and earlier in the fall I had purchased the Isana from this collection. This is Emma Blue, and I ran across what looks like an original Isana Walker chemise in the box of things, and you can tell it's in horrible condition. I don't think I can do anything but just conserve it and put it in a box. I don't really think it can be worn anymore. But it looks like this is Emma Blue's chemise, which is fantastic. That just makes my heart so happy that that this was in there, and so that I can keep that with her. I also found a really fun little pair of panelettes, which I think are going to fit her. So those are probably going to be hers. And if you'll notice, I've talked about this on IzanaWalker.com before, and done a whole post on waved braid, which is what we now call a rickrack, was originally called. But I just love this on the Izana chemises. And this one has two different sizes, a smaller size on the neckline and a larger size around the sleeves. But I did find a few other pieces of waved braid work in the boxes. This is a petticoat. You see this? It's worked with crocheting. You crochet into the waved braid, and that's actually how it's attached. It was crocheted onto the fabric, which is really cool. And then all of this fancier work down here made the trimming. You see the little flowers? But that is literally just rickrack or waved braid. And it's been crocheted. And can you imagine the hours that went into that? It's beautiful. So I'm sort of thinking that maybe this petticoat needs to be fitted to Emma Blue too. Now, this is Van Dyke points, and I love them. This particular set of Van Dyke points was made using a tape, a little cotton tape. The older method of doing that is to cut little tiny squares and to fold them in half and then fold them in half again and sew that on, overlapping. And I've also had posts and photos of dresses like that up on IzanaWalker.com. So you can go search on that if you're really, really interested. But I thought this was wonderful to have these two examples, different methods, similar look, and some of my very favorite things that I found today. Now, this one is just amusing. This looks like a child-size undergarment, and I don't know that I would necessarily call it a diaper, or maybe even a diaper cover. I don't know, but it buttons, and it's got trim around the legs, and it's got just 3 buttons to hold it on, one at the bottom of each leg and one up here at the waistband that buttons all the way through the waistband and this little flap. But I found this to be really interesting. Maybe I can find one of my large paper maches or something that I can put that on, because that is just like the coolest little thing. So this is just a peek at some of the contents of those boxes. So obviously I got a lot of washing and sorting and packing to do to get it all safely put away until I can use some of it. But I thought it would just be, you know, fun for those of you who are curious to see what was actually in there, to let you know that I am more or less unpacked and things are rather sorted, and it's going to be a fun project. So you can look forward to seeing some of these garments reused and remade on the reproduction Izanas that I make. So thank you for tuning in and watching this today. I appreciate it. Happy Friday. Bye-bye.